It's Wednesday, July the 22nd, and you're tuned in to the TNIAB podcast. I'm Vince,
I'm Anthony.
and this is the Geek Chic Culture Show. We talk about all the cool things in the whole wide world. I feel like I was going to start something off this episode with a topic, but it's left me.
Oh, the Alzheimer's kicking in, eh?
I thought I had something, but I don't.
No, you do. It's in the back somewhere.
Yeah.
You gotta think about it.
All right, so let's.
Is it Canada's response to COVID-19 or BC's response to COVID-19? Is that the topic?
Yes, I don't think that's it, but I feel like that deserves a mention because Canada, being Canada, one of our provinces, British Columbia, they're the West.
Yeah,
they're the West. They're we'll call them the California of Canada.
Yeah,
they're more or less that. They've issued guidelines for having safe sex during COVID. Some of the fun things that they have listed out, and now, mind you, this is officially documented from our government.
Yes, this is an official government document.
You can find it on the British Columbian website, and I feel like this is for people out there who are sexually active, who are let's just say that they're meeting up with others during this time,
which is all of our listeners. All of our listeners are
exactly
sexually active because they're studs.
Yeah. So here are just some precautions that our government suggests. First of all, you got to ask your partner if they're feeling unwell.
Of course.
I mean, that's you should be doing that regardless.
You don't want to have sick sex.
Yeah, because it's
not fun. Boogers.
It's no good.
It's not the type of bodily fluid you want.
Before and after, always wash your body with soap and water.
A little excessive, but okay.
I mean, I know that might kill the mood for some people. Like, oh, before we start, can we go? But listen, better be safe than sorry.
That's like every guy's out to cuddling. It's just like, babe, I can't. We gotta go wash up. I can't cuddle.
To be honest, it's whatever.
I'm sitting here in my own filth.
Also, make sure you wash your hands with soap and water if you can't do your body. Make sure it's your hands at least for 20 seconds.
Also,
if you're a bit adventurous and using sex toys, make sure that you thoroughly wash them with soap and water before and after use.
That's just good hygiene.
And make sure you don't share them with multiple partners.
Good hygiene still.
Because of the times we're in, as you're having sex, make sure to wear a face mask or covering.
So all you BDSM kids, you're ahead of the game.
Because, hey, heavy breathing during sex can create more droplets that may transmit COVID-19. And it should go without saying, you should avoid or limit kissing and saliva exchange. All right? We're having sex. We're not doing anything gross.
Yeah, come on. Don't be kissing. Cooties. Just banging.
And and just to make sure, just to guarantee that you're not going to be kissing, just choose sexual positions that limit face-to-face contact.
Babe, it's not that I don't want to look at you. I'm trying to not give you COVID.
Yeah. And I suppose for, the ultimate precaution.
Layer of protection.
Yeah, the ultimate layer. Make sure that you use a barrier. Like a wall.
Like a wall!
Examples include, but not limited to, glory holes. So again, use barriers or walls that allow for sexual contact but prevent close face-to-face contact.
Oh my God! Bruh.
And of course, as with always, use a condom, use lubricant and dental dams to help further reduce the risk of minimizing contact with saliva, semen, and feces during sex.
Feces?
Yeah, anal.
Man, they going wild over there.
Gotta cover our bases.
I guess so. Yeah, you got people are wilding out. You got to make sure you cover all the bases.
It's wild times. You don't know what tomorrow brings. You might as well try everything you can now, right?
Dude,
But if you're gonna try everything out, just be safe. Use these precautions.
Use the glory hole. I can't believe that was a term they used.
Canada. That's our country. That's Canada.
Canada's fucking tripping out, but
listen. I want to believe that in these trying times, the Canadian government's like, listen, we all need a good laugh. So
it's funny because it's both hilarious and very informative.
yes.
Right? Like, oh, but I can go down to the truck stop and have safe sex? Fuck yeah. Like,
I just don't know, like, how many women are gonna be like, yeah, let's have sex, but like, don't kiss me.
honey, babe, like, listen, I want to have sex, but like, don't fucking look at me. Like,
Yeah, like, could you imagine like going to your partner,
reverse cowgirl
like,
only.
like, please do not look at me, do not kiss me. Now let's put it in. Like,
Yeah, like I think like
also
those
wear
rules,
a mask.
like gay dudes are like, mwah, fuck yeah. Like I don't need any emotional attachment to my partner. Hell yeah, grinder time.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, enjoy those walls.
What the fuck?
And with that, let's switch gears and walk on down over to Colin's corner. Because he writes in, slice of life. Nice. Hey, TNIAB crew. I hope you're all doing well. I have a distinct memory back in high school, early community college, of discussing anime with friends. At the time, I was watching One Piece and Gundam 00. I was firmly set in my beliefs of what I liked and even went so as far as to declare I would never watch Slice of Life.
Why?
Fast forward a few years, and now I recall that statement with bemusement. While I'm still watching the occasional shonen and am now watching Double Zeta Gundam,
The occasional shonen.
I absolutely love Slice of Life.
Terrible.
From the absolute insanity of Nichijou to the adorably clumsy Hitori Bochi. I think that's what that is.
I know the first one. I don't know the second one.
Okay. Hell, I was even straight up bawling during some. What are some changes in tastes that you've all noticed yourselves?
Oh, this show!
Or other friends?
You've seen these pics before.
Oh, yeah.
I've always seen that main character, but I've never had an idea where it was from.
Yeah. What changes in tastes have you all noticed in yourselves or your friends? Was it spontaneous change, something more gradual that you just happened to notice one day? Take care, stay safe. Sincerely, Rafid. So changes in taste. I think I went to the similar one. I think like when you start an anime, that's generally how it works. It's like, oh, shonen.
Yo, Shaman King.
Yo, I'm gonna stick with this. I don't understand like why people are watching that mundane stuff.
Yeah.
But I think it comes with...
Why would you watch Inuyasha when you got Dragon Ball Z?
Exactly. Why would you? But I think it comes with age. I think it comes with like what you can find more relatable and what you find more interesting. At some point, like, yeah, I love watching over the ball, like balls to the wall, like just insane stuff, but also just watching regular things you can relate to or just easy things to digest.
There's also things that like you can relate to, but you probably couldn't have related to it when you were in it. Like, we bring this show up all the time on the podcast, and it's My Romantic Comedy Snafu, right? And it is the realest show. We say it every time.
Yeah.
But I don't think I could have related to that
like in high school.
In high school.
No.
I think I would have watched this show and be like, yo, this is some bullshit, whatever.
Yeah.
But like now that I'm older and like I can reflect back on that time, I can be like, that's the realest shit. Just like freak the fuck out.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, I think definitely like tastes in anime have changed. Yeah, for sure.
My thing was shoujo for sure in anime.
Oh yeah?
Like before I had like I didn't know anime before I had my first girlfriend.
Yeah.
But it was definitely like a thing where like, yo, whatever. I'm like 18. I'm only watching shonen, man, because that's for dudes. It's fucking awesome, bro.
Hell yeah.
Right? Hell yeah. Dudes punching each other. That's true friendship, right?
Yeah.
But now I think I watch like 1 or 2 shoujos a year because I'm just like, I need that spice. I need that romantic drama, right? And even trash now. I think there's like a level to how far you get into a hobby. Yeah. To where you can then appreciate the shows that are absolute trash, right?
Appreciate? Is that really the word you want to use?
I want to say appreciate.
Okay.
Because it's just like, man, I didn't know that a show could become so trash.
Yes.
Right? But because you're like so into the scene and you've seen all the good stuff.
Yes.
You're like, I want to see how the trash plays out. Right? Yeah. Like you give it enough time. I think that comes with time in all hobbies. Like I've played some games and I've finished some games.
Hell yeah.
that are not good,
Mm.
right? Like Drakengard 3 comes to mind,
Okay.
where the final boss turns the Dynasty Warrior game into a rhythm game,
Okay.
and the final 3 notes are invisible. And if you miss one, you lose, and you restart the whole song.
That just sounds like game mechanics. Man.
Yeah, like that's some Yoko Taro game mechanics right there. But like, and it's not a great game, but I saw it through because I'm like, bro, this is like trash and kind of like just the right amount. So I need to see it through.
I don't know about that. Okay. Like whatever you need to do to convince yourself. Okay.
It was artful trash.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, but like, so I guess video game wise, I don't know if my tastes have actually changed. I've always still gravitated towards the same kind of video games.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've never, for example, liked puzzle games, or I've never liked.
You've never liked Tetris?
I tolerated Tetris.
You tolerate it, okay.
Or what was I gonna say? Or like simulation sports, like. Yeah, never been my thing, never has been my thing, and I don't think that'll change at all. So yeah, TV shows and whatnot. I think I've always been into the same stuff. Yeah, I think for the most part, when it comes to like general hobbies and like what I got into the hobby for,
Mm-hmm.
it's mostly stayed the same except anime, and I think anime is only because like your introduction to it at a young age definitely dictates what you think you will like, and because I've just been around it so long.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's more or less how I would frame it, I think.
It probably also comes down to like your willingness to change.
Yeah.
Because I know some people who are just like, yeah, I'm not gonna go outside of this box. I'm just gonna be the shonen expert, or I'm just gonna be that person.
And that's fine.
I'm gonna be the fighting game expert.
Yeah.
It just really depends. I don't think you have to really. In certain things, I don't think you really have to broaden your horizons. If you don't want to.
If you're comfortable where you are and it makes you happy, then
if you only want to play BlazBlue, which is a fucking mistake,
Oh.
but like you could do it.
Shots fired.
You can totally do it.
You just had to go.
You can Rebel One action all day.
Rebel One
action. Noel Vermillion.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
I think that's like one of the more fun parts about growing up. Is just like you've experienced a bunch of things, so then when you do something new, you can relate it back.
Yeah, I think it's totally normal. I think you should be going through multiple changes in tastes or whatnot.
It's that fucking. I'm gonna relate a Muhammad Ali quote to anime, which is the man who sees his life at 40 the same he saw it at 20 has wasted 20 years of his life.
Absolutely.
The man who watches the same anime at 40 as he did at 20 has wasted 20 years of his life.
Yeah, so yeah. What does that say about me playing Final Fantasy VII again now that's 20 years on?
Yeah, but you haven't been playing Final Fantasy VII every year since it came out.
Haven't I?
No. I know you haven't. Because my one friend has.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, that's a waste of a life. Okay.
He's done everything there is to do in that game, and he still plays it.
Wow, that's wild. Okay. Yeah, well, there you go. Cool. Thanks for writing in.
Thanks.
Next up, we got a question to chew on from Paulmus Chewamus.
Hello. The Roman version of Paul.
Can you think of any examples in any medium where having a limited budget was actually better than having an unlimited one? Are there any movies or games or anime where a limited budget forced a creator to be more creative and thus more charming? If it's easier, you can go the other way with it. Any examples where it was clear that someone was given free reign to do whatever they wanted and the final product sucked?
Like almost every Suda 51 game after Killer 7.
Okay.
Right? Like, they're just like, yo, Suda 51's this like crazy genius. Just let him do whatever.
Yeah.
And then it's just like, bruh, you made No More Heroes, and then that's about it. Like, Killer is Dead is ass.
Yeah, this one's kind of tough to know, like, answer without actually knowing budgets and if that really was, like, limited or unlimited.
Also, like, what are we talking about in terms of quality? Like, are we talking about critical reception? Are we talking about sales numbers? Because, like, I think
we're talking about, did we think it was awesome?
I think the Rocky movie was made on, like, a budget of $1 million. And I think it brought home like 250 million American or some shit.
Yeah,
in the box office.
I hear you. Like an easy answer would just go to the independent movie scene and being like, these are all on budget.
Yeah,
Donnie
Darko is the best movie.
Yeah, like we just go to Sundance and be like that one. So I can't really think of anything on a limited budget right now, but I do know that we just talked about Final Fantasy VII. Final Fantasy VII.
Mm-hmm.
At the time, that game broke the record for the biggest budget.
Yes.
And clearly we know what happened there.
Yeah, it was garbage. It's absolute trash.
No legacy was made.
No, nothing.
It was
just
not
forgotten to time.
So there you go. That's what happens when you throw that much money at a video game.
Yeah, I do think, I don't know, maybe I'm biased, but like on average, I feel things that are good with lower budget tend to be more interesting than things that are good with higher budget.
Sure.
Just enough. Because they're forced to kind of make up unique ideas and stuff. Like, again, another thing we bring up all the time on the podcast is Bravely Default.
Mm-hmm.
Bravely Default was just like, here's some fucking B team making a JRPG, and they went wild with the story, they went wild with the game mechanics, and they added things in that game that I don't think modern JRPGs can really live without. And that only came from a small team trying to struggle and just being like, yeah, we're as good as the A team. Yeah. And then you compare that with like Final Fantasy 13. Right? Yeah. And it's just like same studio, different teams, but vastly different budgets. And it's just like, man, one of these things is not like the other.
For sure.
One of these things is good.
For sure. Yeah, it's tough to say. Like, and I couldn't really answer this question with anime because, like, anime is tough to gauge.
Bro, what about Trigger versus the fucking Gurren Lagann team? What was that? Whatever that was called.
Gainax?
Yeah, versus Gainax. Like Primo Gainax versus Primo Trigger.
Oh, that's tough. You know, I think Gainax in its prime was the better studio.
And they're probably had more budget than Trigger has now.
Yeah. But yeah, I see what you're saying. It's tough.
It's really up to the creative. It's like, it's not the budget that is the decider of a thing that's good or bad. It's really like, how does the creative person handle that budget? Does their scope really need that budget? Yeah. Because I've definitely seen movies and games and anime where like, yeah, the production value on this thing is through the fucking roof. Yeah. But it doesn't need it. Like this show, like, oh man, was it Tamako Market from KyoAni? Like,
okay.
Their animation in Tamako Market is fucking wild. It's an amazingly animated show, but it is a slice of life about a girl who works in a small market. It doesn't need it. It does not need that budget, but they just kind of add it. And like, that's one of the things where I'm like, does it even add anything?
No.
Right?
Yeah, you're right. I don't know.
Do I need this like super cute girl with pigtails to have like 1,000 frame animation on her pigtails? No.
Yeah, probably not. Probably not.
Or do I?
I'm trying to think about like a game that like I really enjoyed that was like I could tell was a low on budget, but nothing's coming to mind right now.
Yeah, but you're also like not the indie guy.
I know, but I just mean like anything on like the Game Boy Advance.
Boktai.
Oh yeah, but, well, okay, sure. Yeah, that's Kojima's best game.
That's oh baby, that's them's fighting words right there.
That or Metal Gear Acid, I don't know.
I could see that. Metal Gear Acid is a pretty good game. Did Kojima make Acid?
No.
It's not a Kojima game.
It says Kojima Productions.
It's a Kojima Productions game, but it's not a Kojima game.
It's close enough. It's a Metal Gear.
Are you saying that Acid is the best Metal Gear?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Is Acid canon?
I can't
Is it in the Metal Gear Solid 5 timeline?
I can't remember where it is. It's been years. I mean, you know what had a massive budget thrown at it but just failed?
What?
The Vita.
Not really.
That system was amazing for what it was.
And then they just like they're like, man, check it out. It's gonna sell on tech alone. And then they just dropped it. They're like, fuck it, whatever. We just need a portable system. We're getting out of this game anyways.
Yeah.
I love the Vita. The Vita's a very good system.
I don't care if you love the Vita. Vita's a flop.
The Vita's very good. I'm salty now. The Vita is good.
No.
And the Vita has good games.
No.
And they have that one game where you use the back touchpad to touch girls.
No. No.
You like rub their clothes or whatever. What is that game? I gotta find it.
Oh, it doesn't matter. The DS did it first.
Oh, XXXY Feel the Magic.
Yeah.
I just bought that.
It's
like Q4 last year. I bought that.
Whoa. Why?
Because I went to the game store and the guy who owns it was like, Anthony, something came in. I was just kind of saving it for you because I know you like that weird shit. And then he had Feel the Magic, and he had this. It was another kind of similar dating game, but it was made by Ubisoft. And I'm like, fuck you, Mark. I do want those. Put them at the register. I wasn't planning to spend money today.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. No, I don't have any more answers. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think we kind of covered it though.
Yeah, I'm good.
We didn't bomb it like last week.
Yeah, that's true. Whatever. Picks of the week.
I'm gonna go first.
Okay, I think you only have picks.
You don't have picks?
I don't think so.
You have 0 picks?
Yeah.
Dude, you're slacking. This is like the 3rd week in a row.
What's going on? It's the middle of the summer.
But I'm still finding stuff.
It's the middle of the summer.
All right. Nintendo had a Direct.
Mini.
And really, the only thing that really matters is Shin Megami Tensei's back, baby.
Oh, so we're on that side of the argument.
What?
We're on the side that says this was a good Direct because SMT.
Well, there was 4 games, and 50% of them were SMT. So it gets a pass, I guess.
Okay, because I didn't know what angle we were playing here, because I looked at the internet, and it's either love it, best Direct ever, or hate it.
It's definitely not best Direct ever.
Okay,
right. The best Direct ever is the one where Reggie goes, "Excuse me, while I go play Animal Crossing on my Nintendo DS." But yeah, they had SMT. They're making a Nocturne remaster.
Yep.
And they're releasing SMT5 in America on the Switch 2021.
So is it just the Switch?
I believe so.
Wow.
Because SMT4 was only 3DS. Same thing with Apocalypse.
Oh, that's true. I forgot about that.
Right?
Yeah.
I think they kind of have like Nintendo exclusivity. I think it's kind of the Bayonetta thing where like either you release it on Nintendo or nobody will give you the money to make these games anymore.
Yeah.
So SMT5's coming out. I'm gonna be honest with you. I've only really of proper SMT games. I've only really played Digital Devil and Nocturne. And Nocturne is fucking hard as shit.
Mm-hmm.
And SMT, I don't know why I stopped. I think I played something else and I just never went back.
I got pretty deep into SMT4.
Is that the one with the samurai?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then like Apocalypse is like alternate reality where it's a demon boy, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Or it's like a punk rock kid.
Apocalypse. Yeah. You said you played Digital Devil Saga?
Yeah, I played 1.
Okay, I played Devil Summoner.
Ooh, with was this Rido?
Yes.
I still want that special edition that comes with the Jack Frost.
Okay, yeah. Because when you said Devil Saga, I was like, no, that's not the one I played, but it's very similar.
Yeah, Devil Summoner. Yeah. Apparently that one's hella good.
That one's hella hard.
Is it?
Yeah.
Harder than Nocturne?
Probably not as hard as but it's still tough.
Okay.
They're all bullshit.
All the SMT games are kind of bullshit. Yeah. Like SMT proper.
Yeah.
Like you thought Persona is like, man, Persona's bullshit sometimes. No, fuck you. Like Persona original, like when it still had SMT roots.
Yep.
It's like, hey, you want a random battle? How about a random battle every 2 steps?
Yeah, it's tough.
It's not easy. My only hope is that because they didn't show it in the Direct, but I really hope that SMT Nocturne retains Dante from the Devil May Cry series.
Yeah, okay, no.
Dude, you could get Dante in the original.
I don't think so.
If you can't get Dante, I don't know, man. I think that's like a 0 out of 10.
I think it's a legal battle.
Just ask Capcom. Capcom, can we put your dude in our game?
No.
Well, fuck you. We're doing that anyways. Take us to court, bitch.
So that was the Direct Mini. Anything else there?
Nah, there's like some third-person shooter that looked like shit.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, and there's the one that was Japan Direct exclusive, which was like Sakura God Rice or something. What the fuck was that called?
Rice and Ruin.
Yeah, Rice and Ruin.
Yeah, which looks awesome.
Why wasn't that? Yes, Sakuna of Rice and Ruin.
Yeah,
that looks hot as shit. That gives me hella Muramasa vibes.
Yeah.
You're like some girl and you have a rice farm, but
Yeah.
then also you got like a fucking sick scarf that you could parkour with.
Yeah.
And they have like all these sick combo, like character action combo shit happening.
Yeah.
That game looks awesome.
Comes out this holiday season.
In the Nihon only.
No, it comes out here.
Does it really? I thought it was only Japan.
No, it's an American.
No fucking way.
Yeah, that's why I didn't know why they didn't show it at the Direct Mini, but it has an American release date.
Oh shit, it does. Oh shit, it does.
Yeah,
It's coming in November.
yeah, it's a real game.
Oh my god. Well, now I have a reason to boot up my Switch again.
Yep. They also had Cadence of Hyrule, right?
Yeah, it was just like DLC.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize the game was out.
That game's been out for a while, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay.
Cadence.
Not that I care, but okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you even like rhythm games?
No.
Yeah, it came out June last year.
Oh wow, I didn't realize that old.
Yeah, and so there's 3 DLC packs, and one of them is Majora's Mask related, where you play as Skull Kid.
Oh.
Yeah.
Gangsta.
Not really.
Okay.
The game's hard.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah, so let's continue on. I think the only other one I have, because like is it most of them?
Mm.
No, I got 2 more. One is Team Reptile, the people behind Lethal League, which is a very fantastic up to 4-player multiplayer versus game.
Mm-hmm.
Just released a new teaser trailer for a new game called Bomb Rush Cyberfunk.
Yep.
It's Jet Set Radio Future. They made Jet Set Radio Future.
They did.
And they got Hideki Naganuma to do the soundtrack.
Yep.
And
he is.
This is my most hyped video game now.
Wow.
I'm so ready.
Really?
I want this to be good so fucking bad. Because I love Jet Set Radio Future. And for some reason, I don't know why, it's got to be a licensing issue, but they have never re-released it. It's always been original Jet Set Radio. And that game is ass.
Oh, I see.
Future is the good one.
Good luck.
It's the art style. My body is ready.
Oh yeah, the beautiful Joe art style.
Oh, that cell shaded Henshin a go baby. And then the last one is the Monster Hunter World Sizzling Spice Fest.
Spicy.
You know the Caribbean
Carabana.
Wow.
Carabanana. Wow.
That they got in Toronto.
Yes.
You could do that, but in Monster Hunter.
Yes.
And if you're a lady, you can dress in scantily clad festival armor.
You sure can.
Which I will 100% do.
I want that armor. Yes.
I want that armor too.
But I also just want the naked layered set.
That one's good. It's a good set. You just want undies? It's a good set.
You know what I actually want? I want the set where when you go into the hot springs and you change into like
the towel?
Yeah, that's
risque. I don't know if they'll give you that.
That's what I want.
They got the thermite set where it's like the bathhouse set and you get like the little ribbon cap and stuff. Yeah, you can get that.
Okay.
I forget how you get it, but you can get it.
Is it a layered set?
Yeah.
Oh shit, I need that.
So with the Sizzling Spice Fest comes a new like kind of hub skin. It's all it's carabaned out.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's just lots of colors and my eyes, they hurt. But
nice.
With that, all the event quests are back.
Yep.
So if you want to face Ancient Leshen from the Witcher series,
it's back.
You could do that. If you want to fight Arc Tempered Namile in Master Rank because you hate yourself, you could do that, which I'm probably going to do because I want that armor.
Oh, that's a pretty cool looking one, yeah.
Yeah, I want the Splatoon set.
Yeah.
And yeah, just everything is back. This is the time to play Monster Hunter. Get all your armor spheres, get all your decos.
Yep.
Elatrion's still going on.
Yep.
And I think they have some, like always, they have some kind of like wacky aesthetic stuff. Where not only do you get that one armor set, but they have dual swords that are beer steins.
Yep.
They have Puke costume for your cat.
Yep.
They got a lot of cool stuff. Oh, you could be a Kelby. You could put on a Kelby face.
Oh yeah, the Kelby horn man.
You could be a Kelby face or an Ampanoth or whatever that thing's called.
Apenoth.
Sure. I don't know. It looks good. It's Monster Hunter. We've been playing it again because we're trying to catch you up to 100. Vince, I just got to 175 and I need some help on some quests, so you gotta hurry up.
I'm at 80.
You can get there. It's fine. We'll get you there. But yeah, those are my picks. Really, I don't remember too much else being in the news unless I missed something.
I don't got anything that I know. I know there's like virtual San Diego Comic Cons going on. So if you want all those hot new exclusives, those things are still being produced. You can still buy them.
Yeah, that was weird.
So yeah,
and like you said, IGN has the exclusive.
Yeah, they got all the panels, or I don't know if they're panels. They're just discussions. We'll call them.
Okay.
But yeah, it's weird.
So is this just like a roundtable thing? Is it going to be like I obviously didn't rent a space.
I don't know. So like,
or is it just all going to be like Nintendo Directs?
I don't know if it's like that, but it's more like they have the actors calling, like Zoom calling, basically.
Oh, that'd be lame as fuck.
What are you gonna do?
At least get them in a room together. Well, actually, it's America. Don't do that.
Yeah. I don't know. A part of me, like, I was like, oh, this is kind of sad. Like, I like San Diego Comic Con.
Yeah.
This time of year.
You can see all the cool cosplay.
Yeah.
The exclusives.
It just, I don't know. It just feels like summer to me. When I'm like, oh yeah, that's the big.
Oh yeah, we're midsummer. Hell yeah,
midsummer. Baby. That's the hot shit. Because then after that's over, it's like, ah, fuck, back half of summer.
Back to school, baby.
Yeah, and that's always my mentality. Like, oh shit, back to school.
I gotta buy a binder and some highlighters. Fuck,
like, oh man. But yeah, so that's going on. That's pretty cool, I guess. Yeah, I didn't really see anything else going on. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
There you go.
There we do go.
Summer game news.
Mm-hmm.
It's light.
Mm-hmm.
How's your week?
So we touched upon it. We played Monster Hunter.
We did.
Played some good rounds of Monster Hunter.
Mm-hmm.
Forgot how to play for a second, but I picked it up.
You got back into it.
Yeah, I figured it out.
You figured out how to press triangle.
I did.
Yeah, the first hunt we said you were like, how do I unsheath my weapon? I was like, oh fuck, it's gonna be rough.
Yeah, but muscle memory came back. I'm like, oh right, switch axe is easy. Okay, I remember.
Switch axe is easy, he says.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. This is my easy weapon. All right. Okay. Cool.
Just chainsaw blast everyone in the face.
Yes, because in the background what I'm doing is building a charge blade set. Because I miss shields.
You missed. Or was it the armor points on the switches?
Yeah, like the guard points and then the guard charge.
Mm-hmm.
And I forgot that the charge blade has the chainsaw mode.
It does. It does.
So your attack just goes
just does damage.
And then it also has like the highest burst
when you do the elemental charge or whatever. Yeah.
So I was like, oh, that's right. I forgot how much I like this weapon. So yeah, in the background, that's what I've been doing with that weapon. But so far, Switch X is good. Yeah, the game's fun. Forgot how long the master rank hunts are.
Yeah, it's like 20 minutes a pop.
Yeah, like Jesus.
Even with us, like me and TJ, kind of guiding you through stuff.
Yeah.
With like maxed out post end game gear.
Yeah, like it's wild. Like those things have so much life.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I don't know how I feel about that.
I went back to fight Shara Ishvala today or whatever, and I'm like, man, final game boss, you're nothing. You're absolutely nothing.
Yeah. And
just having my like full Elatrion gear, just busting fools.
Yeah.
It's great.
So that's been Monster Hunter. Monster Hunter's good. It's a good game. I'm excited to go back and do some of the event stuff. Just not necessarily get like high level MR. I just want to get some good gear.
We can the thing too is if we do the Zenogre quest, it's a tempered Zenogre.
Yeah.
Like it gets you hella decorations.
Oh.
So you and
is
you
it back?
Yeah. And I think all of them are back. Yeah.
Okay.
And you get bonus HR and MR I think from that one too.
Okay.
So if we farm that one out, then you're gonna get hella leveled up.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, so that's that. Anime.
You finished Gundam?
Nope.
Oh my god!
Fire Force I watched.
Avoiding it like the plague.
Fire Force is it's hilarious.
Is it?
It's good. It's ridiculous. Fuck. It's some good stuff. It's so exciting to watch that show.
I want to get back into Shonen, Vince. I want to.
You just got to do it.
But video games.
And then the other one, God, a high school. Oh my god.
I ended up watching a fight clip from an episode recently because of both of you guys gushing over it.
Yeah.
That show looks wild as fuck.
It is.
Those Koreans just make fights.
Yeah, they do. They do.
Taekwondo triple kick.
Yeah. Yeah, the guy gets smoked.
So dumb.
Yeah. It's literally just a tournament arc. It's so good. Like, no filler, no nothing. It's just
like, here,
step in.
The season is the arc. The season is the tournament arc.
Yeah, and you're like, enjoy. So
that's fantastic.
It's good. And then I finished Brand New Animal.
Oh, the Trigger one.
Yes.
You started and finished it.
Yes, I finished it.
How many episodes is it?
12, 13?
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah. And it was good. It's it definitely feels like the introductory series to Trigger.
It's not. You mean like Space Patrol Luluco is not that?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
That's pretty introductory. Short episodes?
No. Like, don't get me wrong, Brand New Animal has hints of being crazy and being fun and goofy, but it never goes to like levels of lunacy that their other series.
It's not Promar.
No, it definitely is not Promar.
Okay.
It's not Kill I Kill. I would say even Gridman goes further than...
Really? Gridman goes crazy in a different way, though. It's not like Powers. It's more story twists.
Yeah, so like this doesn't have like... To be honest, Brand New Animal is kind of...
We're getting a fax again.
Yes.
On the money.
Yeah, wow. I don't know why...
Who's sending a fax at 8:56 p.m.?
I don't know, but this gives me a perfect opportunity to check my work phone.
On a Wednesday.
Who mailed me? My, people are messaging me at work.
Yeah, because you're a workaholic, Vince. Stop answering people outside of work hours.
I did that last night.
And it was a mistake.
And she messaged me back, and she's like, whoa, you're up? I'm like, you're the one who messaged me.
You should just answer back, no.
Yeah. Anyways, Brand New Animal was, I don't know how to describe it. Like, it's a good show.
Yeah.
But if you're sitting there because you are expecting, like,
Faxes?
the next... Yeah. Like, the next Kill I Kill, that's definitely not it.
Is it one of those things where, like, if you're a seasoned Trigger vet,
Yeah.
it's, like, not enough to keep you interested?
I don't know if I would say that, but it definitely feels more toned down.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this one's way easier to read in terms of, like, what's going to happen. And, like, you know that there's going to be a twist at the end. And,
like there's sometimes I feel anime studios who make kind of wild shit like Trigger.
Yeah.
Once in a while, they'll make a series that is more like, hey, get used to our style and stuff like that. But I kind of equate it to, like, if you're a character action fan
yeah.
and you play... I don't know, fucking Kirby, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Kirby is mostly action now in this day and age, but it's super easy and, like, really easy to get into. Instead of, like, Devil May Cry 5, where it's just, here's the hardcore of the hardcore.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, I guess to a certain extent it could be like that. And I guess that would make sense considering this is the only Trigger anime that is exclusive to Netflix. And I guess that audience is kind of just not quite as deep as...
It's just the Cash Crew. It's not
Yeah.
It's not the Crunchyroll subscribers.
Yeah, like, I liked it a lot. I didn't like it as much as Gridman. I didn't like it as much as Kill la Kill, but I liked it better than Keys and Ivor.
As much as I liked Keys and Ivor at the time, it's kind of forgettable.
Yeah. So I say it's worth a watch. It's pretty cool. And when you get to like, how can I put it? Like, through most of the series, it definitely feels like, oh, you're watching, like, episode of the week. Like, what is the struggle of the week? Like, it feels like a regular cartoon.
Yeah.
But there are hints of a, like, more meaningful plot narrative underlying. And by the end of it, it does get pretty serious about genocide and stuff.
Whoa.
So, like,
I was gonna ask, like, is this show kind of all ages appropriate, or
it looks all ages appropriate.
Okay.
But, like, when it gets to the action sequences, it's definitely a bit, like, there's a lot of blood in the violence.
Oh wow, okay. I did not expect that.
So, and there's, like, beast men, and they bite people's arms and shit.
Cool.
So, yeah. But yeah, so it was cool. Brand New Animal. Pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I'm just trying to think back if I did anything else, and nah, man, no.
This week, I spent most of it. Well, we had our Monster Hunter thing. We did all that. You talked about it. I played some more Monster Hunter on my own. I ended up finding a good crew to farm Elatrion with.
Wow.
And I made the full beta armor set.
Wow.
I made the fully upgraded greatsword.
Wow.
And I now have a greatsword set.
Wow. I'm assuming it's an elemental set?
It's a dragon.
Whoa.
It's the Elatrion greatsword.
Wow.
And basically what I'm using is the helmet, gloves, chest, and legs, and waist is Elatrion. And then the legs are Kulev Torath Beta, because it gives crit boost +2. I use a focus jewel to get focus 3. Like a focus charm, sorry, to get focus 3.
Okay.
Because Elatrion, the armor set by itself, gives you like attack +6. Use all your gem slots in the beta to just crank up the crit boost and the what's it called? The critical eye. And then yeah, man, I have crit draw 3, so every time I draw attack, it's 100% crit.
Wow.
It's fucking awesome. It's so satisfying, just like charging up and then smacking a monster for like 500 damage.
Wow.
Especially when you face Elder Dragon, because the Elatrion element is so high. It's like 600 or 800 dragon or something stupid.
Whoa.
And then it's got medium Elder Seal. So like you'll be facing I don't know, like a Kusha, and he's got his wind wall up, and then you just smack him in the face with a level 3 charge, and he just gets knocked out of his vortex, and it's so satisfying.
Oh wow.
It's so good. So that's been fun. But now that the event quest is out, I gotta start farming.
What are you farming for?
Namile.
Oh right.
Charms.
Right.
I gotta get that guard up charm so I can make my lance set.
Oh right. What's wrong with you?
I want to. It's just so cheese. So that I talked about it before the podcast today, but I was doing Elatrion with a group, and my PS4 disconnected from the internet.
Yes.
So I was left to do the rest of the quest by myself. So I was like, "Fuck it, now's the time. This thing's almost dead. I know it is. So I'm just gonna kill myself on purpose, and then go back to my camp and get my lance set and check it out. Lance is fucked, man. It's just." You not want to learn a monster pattern? Just get the lance.
Yeah.
Just get guard 5. Just hold that shit. It's like
and just poke it to death.
just poke it to death. Because you can poke it behind the shield.
Yeah.
Or Elatrion has this one where it's like here's like a curtain of electricity that it shoots at you,
Yeah.
and it's 3 times in a row. But the spacing between each lightning blast is just enough for you to counter thrust, hit, counter thrust, hit,
Yeah.
counter thrust, hit.
Yeah.
And then by the end of it, he's just like, "Oh, you fucking got me, bitch!" Like, and you take no damage because you're counter thrusting.
Yeah.
It's busted, and I love it. And I love it. It's so cheese. It's so cheese. It's so boring, but it's so cheese.
That's why I can never play it. It's just too.
It's so practical.
It's too monotonous. It's just like, oh, okay.
Yeah, you're Mr. Transforming Weapons over here. You pick the flashiest of the flash.
Yeah.
Right? Even Sword and Shield got their little jump attack
Yeah.
and a perfect charge.
Yeah.
Like, they just took Lance and they're like, we know the type of people who play Lance. They're accountants. Like, we just want the sure numbers.
Yeah. Don't risk.
No risk, all reward.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so cheese, but it's so fun.
Yeah.
But before that, because all the COVID measures were letting up, I went over to my friend's place, and we played some video games.
Mm-hmm.
I played a bunch of Japanese bullet hells, which I don't remember the names for, but they're super fucking hard. But we did play Time Crisis. I brought over my light gun set for the PS3.
Wow.
And we played Time Crisis 4, Time Crisis Racing Storm.
Oh wow.
And the one we played the most was called Dreadstorm Pirates. I never played it in.
That's a Time Crisis?
It's a Time Crisis like game.
Oh, okay.
Made by Namco.
Okay.
Like, it's got Soul Calibur sounding soundtrack.
Okay, if you say so.
So this game is a 2-player, originally released in the arcade light gun game.
Yeah.
But the gimmick is that you're pirates. And you have golden guns.
But you're pirates,
And you have golden guns that never have to reload. and they're machine guns. So you just hold the trigger down.
Oh, Maki. Okay.
But the gimmick of this game is that there are certain enemies when you're playing 2-player that can only be beat when you're both focused on the same target. Because when you're both have your reticle near each other, both your shots get powered up. They get like supercharged. And so the gimmick of the game is splitting between killing the mobs of like easy enemies and like dividing your power. But then when a big enemy comes up, you come together to take out the big dude.
Yeah.
And certain enemies can only be defeated by using power shots. So like skeletons will come up with shields, and in order to knock the shield back, you need the powered up shots. To do whatever.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of other gimmicks, like apparently in the arcade game, it had a physical pirate wheel, like the thing you use to steer the ship. And there were instances in the game where you have to steer. So you're like, say you're on a boat going down a river. And it's like, oh, there's a rock, steer left. And you would flip the wheel in the arcade machine. But how they do it for the console is that you can either use the joystick on the back of the GunCon 3, or you wave your gun around in a circle.
Oh, wow. That's a thing.
But I totally forgot that these light gun games were definitely made for PlayStation 4 Fat. Because PlayStation 4 Fat had 4 USB ports.
Oh.
And in order to play 2-player Time Crisis on the PS3, you need a minimum of 3 USB slots.
Really?
2 for the guns, so 1 gun each.
Yeah.
And then
one for the receiver?
Another one for the receiver. Because how light gun games used to work, if you guys ever played Duck Hunt or something like that, is that you would hook in the gun to your video signal, your yellow cable back in the day. And when you shot, the screen flashed. The flash would then register a laser where it is on the screen and then send data to the game being like, okay, he hit here on the TV, so it's a hit on the enemy.
Yeah.
Right? But you can't do that with HD TVs because there's too much lag. So now it's just, here's 2 infrared sensors like the Wii Bar.
Yeah.
And hang them on your TV. Like you got a fucking Power Glove from the 80s. And so you got to do that. And if you don't have a powerful enough USB splitter, you could actually, sometimes you just can't play it.
Wow.
Because like we had a couple problems where like if we plugged both guns into the splitter, it wasn't enough power to power the second gun.
Oh.
So we have to plug the receiver into the splitter, which takes up less power, and then the gun would only cut out sometimes.
Oh man.
Yeah. So you would probably need, like, I don't even know if they sell it, like a external powered USB splitter. Like, is that a thing?
I don't know.
I don't know either. That'd be cool though. I should buy one of those.
I can't remember the PS3 Slim. Wasn't there USB on the backside?
Not the one that we saw.
Oh, okay.
Not the one that we had. I think he might have had the Super Slim. The one with like the
sliding tray.
The sliding tray. But I believe also on the Slim there is nothing in the back.
I think you're right. I can't remember.
So yeah, that was, I don't know, like it's a really fun game. I really liked Dead Storm Pirates. It was super fun. I kind of wish I played it in the arcades, but it was kind of a bummer to just be like, oh fuck, like them skimping out on USB ports just for this very niche segment of video games kind of fucked it. But other than that, we also played this other game called Killer Queen Black. It's a indie game. It's on like Steam and everything, but we played it on the Switch. It is a 4v4 multiplayer battle arena game, and you're bees in a hive. So one person is the queen bee, and everyone else is the worker bee.
Okay.
And the arena is, think of remember Joust?
Sure.
Remember like or like the original Mario Bros where it's the shells?
Yeah.
And there's like platforms everywhere. Think of it like that. Or it's like a big smash stage.
Yeah.
Think of it like that. And there's 2 bases, the blue side and the yellow side. And the goal is to get a win by a certain type of victory. And there's 3 ways to win a round. One is a military victory. So as the queen bee, you kill the other queen bee 3 times.
Okay.
So that's a military victory. The second one is a resource victory. And around the map, there are like piles of grapes, pretty much, like purple orbs. And if you grab one as a worker bee and bring them back to your base, it fills up a hole in the base. And if you fill up all the holes, then you win by resource. And then the last way to win is by snail. So on every map, there is a snail.
Okay.
And if you get on the snail as a worker bee, you drag it, or you make it go all the way to your side. And if it crosses like a finish line, then you win by snail. But while you're on the snail, you can't get off. The queen bee can kill you, or a worker bee who has gotten a power-up can kill you. Or if you're a worker bee and you don't have a power-up, you can get in front of the snail, and the snail will eat you, but it stops in its tracks while it's eating you.
Oh.
So you sacrifice your life in order to save time, so maybe the queen bee can come over and just mow some dudes down.
Oh, wow.
And it's a very intense multiplayer game. It's pretty fun once you get the hang of it, but the learning curve's a little steep maybe for like a party. Like if you have a bunch of people who like don't really play video games, like Jackbox is still a better option. But if like you kind of have a crew of experienced game players and you want to have a more intense battle, like this is really fun.
Cool.
There's also, like I said, mentioned the worker bees can get power-ups. So on the map, there are like power-up stations. And if you walk into one of them with one of those like food items, you can exchange the food item for a power-up. As that powered up worker bee, you can't pick up grapes anymore and you can't ride the snail, but you can be more offensive or defensive depending on what you're trying to do. Right. So you can like pick up the shield power-up so you can block the queen bee and like let your queen bee just mow people down.
Okay.
Or you can get the gun to like shoot snail riders from afar because they're at a fixed height.
Yeah.
And do stuff like that. So there's a ton of strategy. It's super fun. It's called Killer Queen Black. It's really good. I liked it.
Cool.
It's just super intense. And then yeah, I don't know, like Torchlight 2 was free on Epic Game Store.
Torchlight 2.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
I didn't play it, but I redeemed it.
Wow.
It was free.
It's an old game.
And my sister let me borrow. She came through. She let me borrow The Last of Us 2.
Okay.
I installed the game.
Whoa!
I installed that 100 gigs of data, baby. It has a data disc.
Is it that big?
Yeah, it's the Red Dead 2 style.
Oh,
Comes with 2 discs, and 1 disc is just data.
So Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah. So hopefully by next week I'll have played it and or have beaten it.
Okay.
And we'll see how.
I've heard very mixed.
That's the thing too. Like I'm so curious to see what this game is like, because the average consumer is like, "Yo, this game is ass," and I'm like, "It can't be ass. Like, there's no way that this game is absolute trash, right? Like, at least there's some redeeming qualities to it because of the studio that brings it out. But I really want to know what about the story is so divisive that it caused this like huge divide between critics and like just regular people."
Yeah.
Right.
I'm curious too.
Like critics across the board are like, "Yo, 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10. This game's fucking awesome. It's the Schindler's List of video games."
Wow.
I think Jeff Kanata said that.
Wow.
And then people like started fucking flaming him for it.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's like it's the Schindler's List of video games, and then like other people on the more extreme end are just like, "Man, this is just some like propaganda trash. This is
keeping politics out of my video games.
Get these politics out of my video games, bitch."
Yeah.
Like all this stuff. So we'll see how it is. I heard the biggest gripe is apparently about some sort of twist or ending, but
yeah, so like I didn't hear anything bad about actually playing the game. It's all narrative.
I heard that that's actually a negative. Because the like playing the game is so fun and murdering people is so fun, but it takes away from the post-apocalyptic like scenario where you're just like, "Oh man, I gotta survive, but also I'm gonna fucking jump off this roof, crush that guy, fucking throw a pipe bomb, I got an arrow that explodes."
Yeah.
Like apparently you just have too many options, and combat is so fun that it takes away from the atmosphere of the game.
Oh wow. I guess that's a good problem.
Yeah, ruthlessly murdering people is the way to be in that game. Apparently.
Okay. Fair.
We'll see how that goes, but
cool.
It's been a chill week.
Yeah, it has been pretty chill.
I bought a model kit. So
yes.
Maybe I'll build that one day.
I have many model kits.
Oh, I bought a video game. A video game I'm waiting a long time to buy.
I feel like I know what this game is.
If you saw my Instagram story, you know what the video game is, but you remember what it is.
No.
I bought Metal Gear Solid, the graphic digital novel.
Oh, yes.
For the PSP, baby.
Yes.
That thing has been at the Toronto Game Store for years. And every time I look at it, I'm like, one day. And COVID-19 was that day.
Wow. Is it expensive?
It was like $35.
Okay.
It wasn't like too expensive, but it's
I guess that's pricey for a digital
graphic novel.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm just like, I got all the rest of them.
Wow.
Might as well complete it.
Wow. Nice. Yes.
Nice.
I don't know. Bravo.
I don't remember if that game is like its own story.
I don't.
Is the digital graphic novel its own thing, or is it just like a retelling of Metal Gear Solid?
I think so.
Cool.
Like the original.
Yeah, with Sniper Wolf.
No. Sorry. I think is it Metal Gear Solid?
Or is it Metal Gear?
I can't remember. I thought it was Metal Gear. But if it's a Metal Gear Solid digital graphic novel,
I may just be misremembering. Hold on. It is Metal Gear Solid digital graphic novel.
Okay, then yeah, it's probably the retelling of Metal Gear Solid.
It is an interactive comic book.
Wow.
Video games, baby!
I guess that's a video game. Press A to read.
Press A to... That's visual novels are video games, and I guess this is a video game.
Oh my god, okay, sure, yeah, alright.
Are graphic novels, or not graphic novels, are visual novels video games?
Yeah, they are. I guess so. Yeah. Gross. Okay, good for you.
Yeah.
So go build a model kit and read your video game.
I gotta wait for my HD cables for my PSP to come in.
Oh, because you can't connect it to...
My TB.
What kind of HD cable? Like an HDMI cable?
No, it's so I bought this thing a couple months back called they're Hyperkin cables.
Yeah.
And Hyperkin is a company that makes whatever the output is to HDMI of retro consoles.
Cool.
So I bought their PSP cable.
Wow.
Which only works on 2000 and 3000 models. So I can hook up my PSP to a capture card.
Wow.
And then I can play PSP games on the internet.
Whoa. That's so cool.
I think it's cool.
We need more of this.
Why are you saying it so sarcastic?
No, I'm saying it as if I'm just lifeless.
Come on, it's so cool. It's like how I figured, man, so the PS3, it can only detect one HDMI device outside of the console.
Of course.
So I bought a splitter, and then the PS3 goes into the splitter, and then one of the splitters goes into the capture card. And then I can capture Netflix.
Oh, wow. Okay, you gonna tape that to a VCR too? Like,
yeah.
what's going on?
I'm gonna record it on 8-track.
Wow. Okay, nice. Nice,
Yeah.
I guess. Sure.
It's fun.
Yeah, I got nothing.
One day I'll get those TurboGrafx 16 HDMI cables.
Oh. Yes.
SCART to HDMI, baby.
Wow. I guess if you need to, yeah, sure.
Because who uses SCART now? Fucking nobody.
Nobody. Good luck.
Or I could buy the Framemeister.
You could just not do any of this.
It's only $750 Canadian.
You could just...
For an upscaler.
Wow. Jesus. Wow. It's a lot of money.
But Vince, it takes every frame of your video game and individually upscales it to 1080p.
I don't care.
It's only... For $700, that's a steal.
It's a little too much money for me. It's a little too much money.
But you love retro games.
Yeah, that's me.
That's you, the retro game guy.
That's me. I don't know if you heard.
I knew it.
I
knew there was a reason you brought back the YouTube channel.
I like the retro games. God. Yes. I gotta go build some more Gundams.
Gross. That's just pandering.
Yeah, I mean, actually, this whole week I've been just stickering toys, so that's been my life.
I have to do the stickers on my master grade.
Yeah.
And my real grade.
Yeah.
And I don't want to do it.
That's nice.
You want to do my stickers?
No.
You love stickers.
For my stuff.
You could do my stuff.
Nah.
You could do bonus stickers.
Nah.
God damn it.
No thanks.
Okay.
Just put on a podcast. Just put on a podcast.
Oh, I thought you said do it on the podcast. I'm like, I don't think I could do both.
No. Listen to something. I don't know. You'll be
fine.
Anything else you want to talk about?
No. Did you remember what your topic was?
Nope.
That sucks, homie.
It does. That's a great place to end.